Grand Dunes Landscape and Maintenance here, and this is going to be a crazy video. Basically, it's for Myrtle Beach or wherever you live, real estate investors. Now, when you purchase property, there's so many things that you're not going to know when you become a real estate investor. I can teach you all those things if you want me to make a video about all those. If you have questions, you can feel free to contact me, because trust me, I've been there, done that. And here's one today that's I've been doing this most of my life. And here's one today that's just unbelievable. So I'm in a bulletproof house pretty much, okay? And what I mean by that is bulletproof is, if you ever watched any of my other videos, you'll know that there's things that I recommend. Real hardwood floors. This is not pre-engineered. This is the actual real deal, guys. And I can prove it. But bulletproof. No kids are hanging pictures, you know, and if it is a hole, it's not going to be that hard to fix or repair. But everything's solid wood in this house. Your doors, you know what I mean? There's tile. Here we go. They stole the mirrors, okay? Let's just get it out there. They took the mirrors. It's a 5-bedroom house. See all the floors. Very little sheetrock that you have to deal with, you know, so when there's damage. Same thing with the stairs. See how it's bulletproof. And we go downstairs. I'll show you the rest of the house later, but this is the one thing that I wanted to stress. This is just another tip for you guys, you real estate investors. When you buy a home, you want to catalog everything that's in that house, starting with the appliances. You want to make and model number, because we'll use this house for instance. So this house rents for $2,700 a month here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath house. You know, so it's a nice home. It's a really nice home. But you just never know what your renters are going to do. Take this for instance. Now, I'm a kind of guy that has spare everything laying around because I need it. For, you know, for properties, for friends' properties, etc. One of the things that this renter took, they paid $2,700 a month. Tell me how pissed you'd be if they took your hot water heater and left. I don't have the picture because I just put this. This is one of my spare 80-gallon hot water tanks. I don't know if you've bought a hot water gallon heater recently, but try to go find an 80-gallon at Home Depot or Lowe's. They're the unicorns. You got to special order them, and they're about $2,000. Luckily, like I said, this one I pulled out of a oceanfront high-end rental because the HOA forced us to. You have to update them every 10 years. Now, there's a sacrificial rod that goes down inside. This is not the rod. This is just the replica. Just to give you an idea, there's a rod that goes down inside of the actual hot water tank. Now that anode rod is made to actually attract all the minerals, all the bad things that basically would rust out a hot water heater and destroy it. So with that said, replace that anode rod. You know, it's just electrolysis. That's all it amounts to. They make the rod in 2 different types. They make it magnesium, or they make it an aluminum tin kind of special blend of metals. Personally, I think the magnesium is probably the best, but everybody has their own idea of what's better. And if you're on well water, or if you have problems with it, and it has like a sulfur smell, rotten egg smell, switch the rod to the opposite of whatever you have. If you got aluminum, switch it to a magnesium, vice versa. Now, those rods are made to protect the hot water heater. If you change those rods out, you'll get more than 10 years out of your hot water heater as long as you treat it right, as long as you take care of it and you know how to flush it out, and you know how to take care of it and get the scale out. It's just a vinegar trick. I can show you guys how to do that. Anyway, so luckily I had an 80-gallon hot water heater. This is it. This is a A.O. Smith Pro Max. I think it's a E series. I think they made those back in 2004. I think they discontinued them like man, I'd say by like 2015. But there was nothing wrong with it. I had to take it out of a unit. You can see I got a couple scratches on it where, unfortunately, I had to move it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It was better than getting fined and then having the HOA have the company that they chose put a new hot water heater in at 4 times the rate of what it cost me to do it. You know what I mean? So I wasn't cool with that. But when they stole the hot water heater, you see what they did to the electrical? See what they did to the drain pan line? And the water lines are actually on the back side. Let's get a little view of those. PEX. The red's for hot, the blue's for cold. And this is what it cost me, about $250 roughly in materials to bring it up to code to make it right. Here we have your 10-2 wire. I think that's 10-2. Yeah, 10-2 wire that actually has a coating. It already has the fittings on it, so when you put it from the box, you just knock out these little holes. When I mount the box for electrical, nobody gets hurt. These are your dielectric ends. You'll need these to put on the hot water heater on the top. You have to solder the copper, and then you can go to what are called sharp bites. These are sharp bites. They'll fit on PEX, they'll fit on copper, they'll fit on whatever. But this is basically, and here's your wire nuts for the wire nuts. This is the expansion tank. I've got to actually take that curve out of it and heat it with a heat gun and make it straight. That goes here. So if there's ever a problem, it needs to expand, it can do that. Most hot water heaters, when they fail, you don't get hot water. Inside here and down here are 2 heaters, basically. They're just kind of a loop, or just a round, or like a round loop rod, or just a straight rod, depends on the model and the make. I'm trying to make this video short, but anyway, this is what I'm doing today. I'm replacing the hot water heater. Shouldn't take me but maybe a couple hours, just because it's a tight space to work in. And I think I got everything here I need. As you can see, part full of floor. I mean, just a new pan. You know, I mean, there's, you know, most everything that I need is here, except for the matte gas. I have it downstairs because when I go to cut the copper, and I actually have to sweat and solder the copper wire, the copper line, I'm going to do that outside. I don't want to do that in the house. I'm not trying to set the alarm off. But pretty much bulletproof home. Just never seen a hot water heater taken or stolen. You know, especially from, you know, a high end, you know, $2,700 a month. If you can afford to live here, you shouldn't be stealing hot water heaters, period. So with that said, luckily the person who stole it, they cut the electrical off, they cut the water off. You know, it could have been worse, because we are on the 2nd floor of this home. And can you imagine coming back a week later after you've had them evicted to find out that they left the water running? Yeah, so think about that, guys. When you take the serial numbers of all your washers, dryers, etc., make sure that you inventory everything, get your model and your serial number. And that's, you know, in case you got to prosecute these people, because that's something that, you know, comes in the real estate investment game. You know, unfortunately, you know, and if you're not a confrontational kind of person, then if you're going to rent it out, go through an agency. You know what I mean? Find an agency to rent it out. Anyway, I'm going to show you the house real quick. I'm just going to walk and talk. I got to fix a drawer in here. Stainless steel appliances. Flat top. Granite. Stainless steel appliances. Drop-in sink. I got to fix one little drawer over here that's broke. I forget which one it is. And then this is the house. Bulletproof though. See? All the way up to the chair railing. It's pretty indestructible. Love this house for that reason. If you're gonna buy a house, there's things you need to look for. Storage, boom, right there. Might be able to hear the wind chimes. The weather's so nice I should be out there actually putting on the green. Little built-in, so the TV goes there. Nobody's hanging, they're not putting holes on the walls to hang their TVs. Another bedroom, there's 5 bedrooms. And has the old colonial, like your northeastern transoms in the top up here. Of all the this is his and her closets. So when I spin it around, you see there's a closet. These are walk-in, by the way. There's a different one you can see. And I know all the women just went, yep, that's my closet. All the women want this closet. But, you know, there's plenty of bedrooms, plenty of room. Here we go again. Another closet. And I gotta fix the light up there. Don't know if you can see that. Yep. But all the transoms let light come through, which is great. Tile. Another bathroom. Washer and dryer. Old school ironing board that folds down. Love those. And see, it's tiled. Tile floor, hardwood floor. And a just another sink for like the laundry area, so you can do a couple different things. Lots of storage for all the stuff, your iron, all your stuff that you're gonna need when you're in this room. Another bathroom goes all the way back. I won't get into all that, but as you can see, more storage, plenty of places to put your towels, your shampoo bottles, all that stuff, so you're not just sticking them all underneath there. Plenty of room in that. Another bedroom, got some walls to repair. And as you can see, the transoms are above every single one. That makes a lot of light in there. That's great. I mean, you could turn the light on and still see, but I love that. It's just an extra little, if you can find it, or if you're gonna build a house, do it. Another bedroom. To the closet. Gotta have storage, especially in a house this big. This is first bathroom you come to when you walk in. Just a little quick bathroom. I'm not gonna. Stole the mirror. Another closet. This is your coat closet, because this is actually the front door. Now we're going back upstairs again. But I just thought I would share that, just so you know. Make sure you get your serial numbers, because they're going to take your washers, they're going to take your dryers, they might even take your refrigerator, your stove, hot water heater. Make sure you got your social security. My bad. Make sure you have your serial number for your hot water heater, because you just never know. And this is just one of those just never know moments right here. And now think about this. $250 in parts. If I had to pay somebody to do it, what's that going to cost? Think about that per hour. Because most people are not going to have an 80-gallon. They're going to go back with a 60-gallon from Home Depot or Lowe's, because it's the only thing in stock. They're going to spend $500-600 minimum. Never buy a used hot water heater. Here's one. Hot water heaters, you don't know what kind of shape they're in, and if you see rust on them, definitely don't buy a used one. There's a glass shell around some of the hot water heaters, you know, around the thing. Usually they have a stainless steel tank to keep it from rusting. And they have a glass shell to protect it. Now, if there's rust, there's settlement, there's all these things that, you know, the scale that's in there is causing corrosion. If the rod is over 10 years old and it's deteriorated, because it's made to deteriorate. It's made to attract all the bad stuff that's in the water to keep the shell from leaking. Because here we are. We could be on the 14th floor, you know what I mean? We could be at one of my ocean fronts. But we're not, we're in a 2-story. But just think about the water running for that amount of time. Maybe you have rental property and you live out of state and you get a phone call. It's been running for 4 days. How much damage did you cause to everybody below you? You know what I mean? But we're in a residential situation here. We're not in a residential commercial where we're talking about an ocean front that may be, I don't know, 20 stories. And you may have the penthouse. Who knows? You know? Just keep those things in mind. And if you need any help with anything, feel free to contact me. My information is down below. And thanks. Grand Dunes Landscape and Maintenance. For all your needs, just call me. And I don't charge for advice. I don't charge for knowledge. You know, I try to educate people so that everybody's kind of on the same page. I try to bring everybody up because everybody has skills. I don't do brain surgery. You know, if I need advice for brain surgery, I'm gonna ask a brain surgeon. Hey, what do you think about an MCA in the middle where there's, you know, blah blah blah, you know, et cetera, et cetera. That's what I would be doing. I'd be asking them. So if you have advice, go to somebody who knows something about it. Feel free, you know, I'll give you my advice for free. Feel free just to contact me. Have a good day.